Welcome back. You're watching Prime Edition.
Our socials at KBC Channel 1 on X, Facebook and YouTube.
The government has been challenged to be cautious on excessive borrowing, which risks plunging the country into economic turmoil.
According to Kiharu lawmaker Ndindi Nyoro, all the money collected as taxes should be prudently managed.
But in a quick rejoinder, the Budget and Appropriations Committee Chairperson Samuel Atandi blamed ex-budget chair Ndindi Nyoro for Kenya's current economic strain.
Timothy Kipnusu with that report.
The current debt crisis and borrowing status in the country seem to be drawing a pushback from a section of leaders from the political class. The former chairperson of the Budget and Appropriation Committee in the National Assembly has cautioned against excessive borrowing, saying it risks plunging the country into economic turmoil.
One of the issues that we have to deal with as a country is that deni ya nchi ya Kenya inaongezeka sana. Nchi ya Kenya sasa madeni ni 11.3 trillion Kenya shillings. That we have borrowed for the last few months 1 trillion Kenya shillings. The entire President Kibaki's tenure, he borrowed less than 1.2 trillion Kenya shillings. It means we are borrowing in a few months what Kibaki borrowed in 10 years.
The Kiharu lawmaker further faulted the Treasury for pursuing what he termed as illegal borrowing in the name of securitization without any deliberation or approval by Parliament.
We can play around with everything else, but we cannot afford to play around with the monies that are contributed by the workers of Kenya.
In a rejoinder, the Budget and Appropriation Committee Chairperson Samuel Atandi has blamed the ex-budget chair for Kenya's current economic strain.
So I wanted to challenge my brother Ndindi Nyoro that please, we beseech you to run away from tribal bigotry in sharing of natural resources. It cannot be about one tribe, it cannot be about one region. Allow the country to move on by embracing equitable sharing of public resources so that every part of this region can benefit.
Atandi says reckless borrowing between 2014 and 2022 has pushed the country into a debt crisis, forcing the government to allocate 1 trillion shillings to debt repayment in the next financial year beginning July this year.
Had Uhuru Kenyatta not mismanaged this economy, we would not be talking about 1 trillion being payment to interest payment. So even when people challenge us, and people challenge the government to show what they're doing with public resources, we want to challenge them, especially the people who are in government, the previous regime, that please, you should be ashamed of yourself.
Timothy Kipnusu for Prime Edition.